welcome to the stream. All right, we got some news and some holidays coming up. Could be some interesting plays. Haven't taken anything yet today. Let's go. What's up, everyone? Yo, yo, yo. How's it going? Oh. Gotcha. All right. Whew. Hannah's box. Yeah, pills are sometimes hard to swallow. I used to have to take like a Ritalin and Dexedrine and all that stuff because I was ADHD or whatever. And then they found out later, like, they did this aptitude test, and I was in the 6th grade. I was reading at like a 12th grade level and had mathematics in high school. And they're like, oh, he was just smart, not bored. And I was like, that's what I was telling you. It's like eating that shit, like, killed my emotion. But they didn't listen. Yeah, go exploring. Well, it's always like a cost benefit analysis for somebody. They'd have to stand to gain something to go through the tribulation of hollering about it. But yeah, the whole like just taking somebody's word for it, like, and then we went down this path of the pathos where everyone's like all emotional. So it's like my truth and my reality, and it's like, no, there's only one truth and one reality, and it's evidence based, and either your theory has evidence or it doesn't. Yeah. I don't know if I would defend him, though. It sounds like he's got a pretty, like weird thing that he does to them to like roofie them up to like forget stuff. So even if they're intending one thing, he takes it to a different level apparently. So I don't know if he's the you know the best defense for men or whatever. Yeah, I don't know either. I'm just saying, like, I'm sure there's other people that were like, that are more upstanding and were exonerated. Johnny Depp is one of them. Yeah. But go, go, go. Get on the ground. Did he countersue and win? I would expect he would.
Ready. Fight! Web swing! Web ball! Web ball! Web swing! Web swing! Web swing! Hadouken! Web ball! Shoot! Shoot!
We just hit all of the volume imbalances of the 1,000 tick. I know you're not in queue though, but
Come on.
the ones that we hit on the way down.
Spider sense tingling. Web swing. Web swing. Web swing. Web swing. Web swing.
Nice.
Web swing. Web throw. Maximum spider. Omega strike. Web ball. Web ball. Maximum spider. Maximum spider. Web ball. Web swing. Web swing. Web swing. Web throw. Spider-Man floats. What happened? Come on.
Let's go,
Showtime.
club.
Web ball. Web ball. Web ball. Web ball. Web ball. Spider sting. Spider sting. Spider sting. Spider sting. Web swing. Showtime. Web swing. Web swing. Web swing. Web swing. Spider sting. Maximum spider.
What's this little bit of happiness? 87 contracts selling at 800.
Let's rock. Come on. Showtime. Web swing. Web swing. Web swing. Web swing. Soldier. Come on, soldier.
What time is it where you're at, Tio?
Ready. Fight. Red ball. Shield slide. Shoot. First attack. Red ball.
You're on Eastern Standard Time or what?
Shield slide. Showtime. Web swing.
Central, I see. Central.
Web swing.
Royale with cheese.
Come on. Showtime.
Ready. Fight.
Wait a second. Here, just 1 second. Huh. All right, just take a look at something really quick.
Web swing. Web swing. Shoot. Web throw. Spider sting. Web ball. Web ball. Web ball. Web ball. Web ball.
What is? Copy pasta.
Come on.
I am the apocalypse. Ready. Fight!
Swing. Whip swing. Whip swing. Whip swing. Whip swing. Whip swing.
Your life is mine.
Whip swing. Whip swing.
Spider-Man!
One for JJ. What happened? Come on.
Ready. Fight! Danger!
Whip swing.
Danger!
Whip swing. Whip ball. Whip ball. Shoryuken. Shinku Hadouken. Shinku Hadouken. Shinku
You win!
Got a little bit of seller absorption there on that 89 contracts. I contemplated taking it for a second, but hesitated. Just when it swept up to the 820s. $20 minutes to open. We got some news. Powell is talking in a red folder 30 minutes after. Okay. Another 80 contract seller entered at 8:15. That guy definitely should be been able to sue those police, I think, for the paraplegic thing. I don't see why he couldn't have just. He could easily go fund me that amount, I think. Like a. Yeah, of course, but I'm saying like they should get those people's badge and fire them. Like that one lady, that chick who like took that blind man's cane, that was equally, she got like demoted or whatever and suspended and stuff like that. Weird. Apparently, Top Step is stopping support of Ninja Trader. I can't take like a trade on my thing, and they're all of the people in the Ninja Trader thing on their Discord are saying it's like they want to push you over to their Top Step X or something. Shouldn't that be up to the trader to decide where they want to put their platform or whatever? Yeah. But they basically like disallowed you from being able to take trade. I tried to take a trade this morning. It was like unable to execute. I'm like, wait, what? But everyone else is having the same problem because they're like discontinuing their support or something. Maybe it's a good. I mean, I already had 5 days logged, so I could take the payout. I might as well just take the payout then while they sort their stuff. I guess that's the universe saying, take the money. Another 70 contracts at 812. 13 minutes. And then Powell talks at the open. They are killing trade of 8 for top step. Interesting. What is Project SlipX? Project X? It has the most slippage. It's like, we guarantee the most slippage in the industry. Hold, please. I didn't get an email about that. They shouldn't just like stop you from trading. I could have taken that short earlier. I literally hit the short button and then it went down that, and then it was like, not unable to execute. Like, wait, what? Then I spent the last like 45 minutes trying to figure out what happened. But apparently it's, yeah, so it's everyone's like complaining about it. They're ending support for Trade of 8 too? That's weird. Why would you do that? I guess because they can't shut down. Like, if it's like an extremely trending day, they can be like, oh, our servers are down. Oh, sorry. You can't execute. Yeah, so if it's like a third party, they can't shut you down from making the trade, I guess. But they want to be able to have the kill switch, you know. Right. Yeah, it's all just a cost benefit analysis, and then like, okay, it's more cost to do that and more benefit to do this. All right. Okay, 8 minutes. Rejected off the value area low. And then the pre-market pop trap just before we broke down. Pulled back on 261 sell side. CES doing, let's zoom out a little 6E? What is 6E? Sorry, I don't know what 6E. Is that the stock? Ah. Six E. Got 89 there. 90 here. I'm gonna go get a cup of coffee. I'll be right back. All right, back. So another 77 seller at 800. If you guys want to hop into the YouTube, you can see the footprints and whatnot, as usual. Tio went off to do his own thing right now. Yo, what's up, my meta? So you're getting a bunch of sellers here. You pushed down 261, 106. Currently, we're at negative 2K sell side aggression for this session. And obviously, this 222 seller at 820 at the value area low got rewarded after pushing it up. And yeah, are the sellers going to express themselves or get absorbed here at these inflection points? About to open and find out. 30 seconds. $19. We got Powell speaking and then a red folder 30 minutes after that, and then a holiday in 2 days. We got a short week, basically today and tomorrow. And we're open. Getting 110 sellers here at 807. It's looking like the sellers are getting slightly absorbed. I'm here for it. If we might get stopped though. It's heavy. And pull back and stop me. That was a loss. Oh wait, I was on MNQ. I guess I was trying to remedy the issue with my what do you call it? With Top Step, and so I was on NQ. I was on MNQ. So it was a $40 loss. All's well that ends well, right? Let's just see where this goes a little bit. So we got the 110 seller at 807 now coming below again with some of these sellers. It's a lot of selling. With no follow through. That is kind of what the meaning of absorption is. So if it comes back above this 808, boom, we're in profit on one contract. We got the second runner at break even. If it pulls back, we're out. All right. 156. But it's a little bit sideways. But I think the theory is the absorption for the sellers is going to end up being true. That volume point of control down here is kind of holding, coming back on that 110 seller at 808 now. I just need to qualify. So I need today and tomorrow, and then I can receive another payout. So I'm not really trying to make like super bank or anything. I'm just putting in $50 plus days because I'm already at like 16 grand on this account. So, yeah. Just trying to play it safe. No, I got R26. I got 156 now. Yeah, it's a pretty good cushion. Pretty good cushion. Just take one of those little like absorption bounces and then call it a day, you know. And if it, you know, it's the narratives we tell ourselves for like a trend, like I want to get 300 points. Like those days do happen, but it's like if you expect it, then you know kind of like don't take when the taking's takeable. That's why the ATM does what it's meant to do. Let's go see if they fixed the thing for Top Step. Let's see. Maybe we can trade that. But why would they give you the option and then remove the ability to trade it? That's just mean, man. With no email or anything or apology. They just want you to like switch over to Top Step X. It's like we chose Ninja Trader. They had Top Step X and I said Ninja Trader. So obviously I want Ninja Trader. Yeah, I can't do it. It says user not entitled to trade on this exchange. Lame. So I have an account that I can't trade. Well, I can take a payout on it while I wait for them to sort out their stuff. I wanted to build it up more though. So we're just playing in this little mini range just before the pre-market drop down, and then it's a lot of sellers entering in this area expecting for a continuation, I guess. But they could pop up and reject off of them. I mean, I still think the seller absorption is real. Yeah. Because you're now generating another 1,000 in sell side for the session, and then you didn't do anything with it. So it's, why would you let them accumulate more sell orders only to let them get paid more? I don't know. At least turn them into forcible liquidation buyers and then go that direction. You know what I mean? And the thing is Jonesy, is that was like just, I think we're at like 28 days of trading on this account. So it's like, and then every day is just frugal, you know. It's like, it's not like anything to wave a stick at. Some of them are like 2K, 1K days here and there, but yeah, it adds up over time. Indeedly doodly. Well, that's upsetting that you can't use Ninja Trader on for Top Step anymore. Now coming back. Let's go see what their what the Discord was saying about it. Did the people get it sorted? All right, coming back above all those inflection points. Again, you got the Fed Powell talking now, and then the red folder in 20 minutes. So this barcoding could be lead into that stuff. Shout out to everyone here. Yeah, so volume point of control has changed to this down area. We're currently above it. Yeah, yes, almost at VWAP. Getting some buyers expectant of it popping up here. They could use it to generate some more barcoding of sell side down in here without rewarding any of these guys. They're just creating a ladder of orders on both sides. Idiot box. Idiot box. Oh, I like a dizzy idiot box. CL? Yeah, NQ is barcoding. I think it's a lot of people just taking profit on all the NQ assets across the board. And then with the holidays coming up, you know, it is summer. Summer and all-time highs. You know, people sell in May and go away kind of thing. Like people taking their profits for summer. Go have a barbecue with the family in America. Boop, 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 boop. indeed they didn't have a breakout, and those buyers got turned into some sell side here at the volume point of control. 212 and sell side taken in this pullback here. Coming below these sellers, the sellers stepping into control here. YM breaking out nice. Cloud on ES is shifting slightly because of the news, most likely. Repopulating the ladder, it looks like. We're going to come above that 808 inflection point seller, or 13 minutes until the hourly candle close and the red folder news. Okay. Nice. Wait, what? Why is it not executing that runner stop? All right, well, we took another long with the buyer absorption, or sorry, seller absorption idea for another win. Now we're up like 45 ticks on the runner. The runner stop did get crossed with the price action, but it didn't fulfill, so it's making me hesitant going into the news that it's not going to execute, so I might just take it. We just hit another, yeah, I'm going to just flatten all because flatten, please. Yeah, we're just going to close it because I don't want to deal with that because it went to my stop and it didn't execute, so technically I shouldn't have been in the trade after the pullback, after it took the profit on the first contract. So 620 bucks on the Apex, good enough for me. Buyer absorption just turned in, or sorry, seller absorption turned into 100 forced buyer here at 820. So that's where I closed it. So they went these inflection points, they came back on all of them, and then they could keep going. No reason to stop, but it wasn't executing my order, and the news is in 10 minutes, so I was worried about NinjaTrader glitching out, which has happened before news. So we'll be frugal. Boom. Nice. Yeah, but you see how the contracts kind of give you this clue? Like there's all these sellers that I circled here, and did it go down and continue to go down? Not really. And then it turned them into buyers. Now we're back at VWAP at 830. All right, let me reset my mic because it tends to glitch out or something. There we go, reset my mic. Boom. So yeah, that was an interesting thing. Now you're getting another 68, 45, 37. And then you see all these buyers that buy the top, and those aren't breakout traders. That's shorts getting popped as a forced liquidation. Now, when you see it come down and then there's buyers in here as it comes down, those are genuine long interest folks. It's like through the context of seeing it, like when it popped up here and then that was 100 buyer, that was somebody closing out a short at a loss. So somebody down in here, one of these purple guys, 55, 34, like they accumulated a bunch of seller interest and then they went and popped them. It was telegraphing short without going short, essentially. And it may still go short, you know, no need to have a bias necessarily. Like, I'm basically done for the day. Can't trade that top step, which is unfortunate. I guess that means take the payout from that 3,500. I was going to try to slowly build that one up because I think you can only take 50%, if I recall. Like, We'll see what they offer as like a alternative. I don't want to top step X necessarily. I don't want to have that blocking my screen real estate. That's my problem. Like I have my screen real estate the way I like it. Yo, shout out to everyone that's inside the concurrent viewers. We're almost at 10 without even asking for it. That's nice. We could give out another free eval if we get above 10 viewers. And then you guys comment on yesterday's video, and that's how it goes. We had a volume imbalance on the 1,000 tick as we pushed up there. So at VBOP, we're having a little bit of a hesitation. Going for the stops and the DCA short idea, like that 90 lot at 815, 80 lot at 812, 110 at 808. So those are all levels where the sellers come back under control. Looks like they might bounce off that 815. Yo, we got the 10 concurrent. We got the news in 3 minutes. We can see what how the algorithms will populate these footprints and trades, and you can see how like weird it gets when there's nothing in between the candles. It's just algorithmic chop that just goes on like a red folder. That's why I was like, when I saw it hit my trailing stop and it didn't execute, I was like, I don't want that to happen during news. So I'm like, I don't even care if I'm in profit. I'm closing this. Two minutes until the news. $12 concurrent. We're going to give out a free Apex eval. So if you want to comment on yesterday's video, I can draw it just after the news even. We had the cloud, the volumetric cloud, also telegraphing the seller absorption, because the cloud tends to trade to the direction of which side the cloud you're on. So if you bearishly retest the cloud, bullishly retest. Let's see, what do we got? We had a money flow divergence on, and we got a minute and 18 seconds. Oh, nice to hear that, Gar. Thanks. Yeah, but it's like you see how it's like contextually it shows you inside this that there was more seller interest, and it showed you like 261, 106, 122, 145, 134. It was generating all these negative deltas without really following through. So when I already took a profit on one of these like barcode pops against one of these inflection points, and then when it came back on that 111 character at 808, I was like, all right, I'm in. And then that's, yeah. So it's just like, I'm just looking at who's getting rewarded and who's getting punished, and the sellers didn't look like they were getting rewarded. There's a a scripted video on this on my channel, like Outsmart the Markets in 2024. I made a year ago that really gets into the granular details of what's happening. Here we go. Welcome to the algorithmic news. Watch out, watch your trades. So that was a Darth Maul candle, like just hit both sides. Went and stopped out both sides and was like detecting liquidity. Which side has more need profit? Which side to attract to? Where's today's GEX levels? The dark pools need to execute. That's the last step of the equation. Like after footprints, GEX and dark pools. So you had 66 and 54 buyer and it jittered below them. So it looks like you could be getting some buyer absorption, at least down to the volume imbalance down at 792. That is if these buyers don't hold at 812. You went and swept all the resting liquidity at 800 too, so and that would be where you could possibly fade them. Needs to stay above below 812 for that buyer absorption theory to be true. So volume point of control at 815 as well. Getting some confliction with this being above the cloud though. But that could have been your 1, 2, 3, you know, a bearish retest. So getting some more buyers with no follow through. The buyer absorption could be real, at least down to that volume imbalance. Let's go see how many we got on the comments. From yesterday. One, two, three, four, five, six. Nice. 6. So we got 6 comments on yesterday's video. If we can get a few more comments, we can do the drawing on those commenters. If you want a free eval, just leave a comment on yesterday's video. I'll try to do it in the next 15 minutes or so. And that buyer absorption looking real. Turning them into sell side at 800. Coming back on these inflection points, rewarding the sellers stepping back into control. We hit that volume imbalance to the T. And the value area low and the volume point of control just right next to each other. If we come below 791, we could accelerate to double bottom at 757. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. We got eight comments. 10 minutes until we do the selecting. So what it does is it like goes and after watching this every day for over a year now, it's like been like what, year and a half using footprints. So it's like you see a lot of purple at the bottoms and blues at the top. So it, it hits sell side, turns it into buy side, hits sell side, turns it into buy side. It's like market dynamics themselves. It's pretty interesting. Bounce off that volume point of control and the volume imbalance recovery. Just creating this channel. Again, created more buyers. It's creating like a shelf of buyer absorption idea. That algorithmic wick to wick, we're like staying in the lower half of that range. What is the news? Do we have any more going on? Let's see. I think that was it. So we had some jolts in PMI. And that's about it. You had Powell speaking. I don't really feel like watching what he's saying. That's about it. Yeah. Got non-farm employment tomorrow. Pre-market. CPI no. Non-farm employment for, yeah. PMI on Thursday. Then we got the holidays coming up. I think the 3rd and the 4th for Top Step at least are closed. Or they're counted as one day. Probably the same for Apex. All right, 7 minutes for the comments to be drawn and selected for a free Apex eval. 250K. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nice. Ooh, 100 buyer at 808. This volume node at the where the volume point of control is shifting in this range is kind of creating a shelf of volume. This 111 character, this buyer looks like they're going to get absorbed alongside the other friends. it just offset this 100 buyer, 100 seller here. So now they can afford to accelerate to the downside on their behalf if the sellers were going to step up to control. That was a good character to absorb on. Absorption bubble. And there you go. Buyer absorption 101. Literally no drawdown on that. And if you want to use a toss, you can use my link in the description. 14-day free trial. It's one of the best visual representations of footprints I've ever seen. I have it on TradingView, but it does not compare on TradingView. The TradingView is like 1% of what the fidelity of the images here, because you got 2 footprints and volume weighted on the right and the bid ask on the left, color weighted, all that stuff. So I can zoom out and just see, whoa, big buyer, what's that about? And then you could zoom in and see exactly the number. Cannot do that on TradingView. No siree, Bob. And I like TradingView because I made some indicators on it. That's what Momentum Master is. But we rejected off the midpoint of this ascending channel, and now we're breaking the channel. So coming to that double bottom weekly open Monday low sweep potential. Wick recovery on this hourly, perhaps 4 minutes, and then we'll do the drawing. The giveaway. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Created 2 volume imbalances as we headed lower. See, NQ is perfectly tradable. I don't see the problem. It's very easy to read, actually. It depends on how patient you are and what other things you're lining up in confluence, but I don't have any trouble with it. It's never too late, Jonesy. It's never too late. Never say never. Oh, you're talking about oil. Sorry. Never mind. I don't know about oil. Coming back above the buyer at 808. That's why you trail in after you hit the button. You get rewarded either way. So even if you're wrong, you're right. Because that still would have been what? From 808 to the bottom. Let's see how many ticks that would have been. 808 to the bottom would have been 20 points. Not bad. But yeah, we held the super trend on the 2 minute. Super trend bounce, super trend bounce. So the super trend on the 2 minutes holding. All right, 2 minutes, and then we'll do the drawing. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got 10. Nice. What's your data connection? Rhythmic? I use Trade-Evate on Apex and Rhythmic on Top Step. You can't have 2 Rhythmic connections going at once, so they have to be different. But I like having the Trade-Evate on Apex because I can flatten it from their website And I can also log into Trade-of-8. So if I go on a trip or something, I can log in somewhere else on my phone or whatever. I don't need NinjaTrader, but I can also use NinjaTrader. The usability of Trade-of-8 is much better than Rhythmic, in my opinion. And there's less outages. I always see Rhythmic outages. But I use Rhythmic, like here on a toss. This is Bulenox. So I have Bulenox on a toss, and then NinjaTrader's another Rhythmic. So you one platform, you can have one Rhythmic. You get me? So if I want to connect Bulenox over here, I have to disconnect Top Step, although Top Step's not going to allow Rhythmic anymore, apparently. All right, so let's do the drawing. Let's see who gets the free account. Whoa, nice burst up. All right, so let's go to the comment selector. Drum roll. Fetch, anything goes, include replies. Here we go. 10 comments. You got 10% chance. Here we go. Pick a winner. Oh, Sean Shushani, 8137. Congrats to Sean Shushani. Please send me a DM after the stream. Are you in Discord or what? Oh, nice. Shoot me a DM, please. I'll give you the rundown afterwards. Congrats. Oh, yeah. This is a mask I want to buy for Halloween. I want to do some sort of Halloween event again this year, so yeah. An AI kind of cyborg android thing. Well, we pushed up before the pre-market range. We swept that pre-market drop zone. Buyers still strong. How much did we sweep there? We took about 445 times 2, so 800 contracts in buy side taken. The buyer down here got rewarded at 808. So the buyer is stepping into strength, at least for the interim. And that's all you got to do over and over again is just kind of like find these inflection points and play a theory for or against an idea. And then use previous ones as well. And then just play it frugally. Don't overplay yourself. Any questions? I'm gonna head off. I gotta still work on the worksheet from yesterday. Keep rested properly. I think that's about it. That was a good enough move as any. And again, just to make it simple, you come back into value area low, you could just long off that concept, come back into value area low, long, short after coming back out of value area high. Like you could play these, the value area high to the value area low as a range. So just coming back into the value area low, take those pops. Super trend. This is a custom one that I've, made, I guess, compiled and back tested. It's, yeah, fractally true. It's link in the description, but it's this basically here, Momentum Master. And then you can go down to the features and read about the super trend. So you have like the super trend It's a back-tested true range zone, which also displays a percentile needed to reverse the current trend. Yada, yada, yada. But I also have like things that look at multiple time frames, so it consolidates information and gives dynamic alerts to your phone, which is cool. So it'll give these dynamic alerts that let you know when things are oversold and overbought. That was a year in the making, a long time ago in 2022 to 2023. But yeah, if you turn that on, like it'll tell you, like see this dot with the blue, green and the 4. It's like 4 time frames oversold, so we bounced up. 2 time frames oversold, so it tells you when we're getting fatigued, potentially. So, like over here, if we go back in time, you had some nukes, and the nukes were expressing like fatigue across the 7 time frames. You started to dump out of that. So we could be seeing like a swing play to the downside, basically, with the nukes. And that's on NinjaTrader. So yeah. And that's about it, folks. Well, I appreciate y'all for stopping on in. I will try to keep it short and sweet and accurate, mainly the accurate being the most important. So, but yeah, we'll catch you tomorrow and hopefully keep it going. So, cheers. Thank you. You all are boss, and I will catch you tomorrow. So,